I'd like to welcome you to BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth. We have the one and only Senator Ben Cardin. How are you, sir?
Doing great. Opening day for the Orioles is always a good time for Baltimore. We're very proud of our team. We know they represent the hope and future of Baltimore, and it's a great day for Baltimore.
Well, thank you for the help that you have shown my community over in West Baltimore, from Freddie Gray all the way through to now. I mean, when you think about what's happening in the Gaza Strip, and now ships have to go all the way around the Horn of Africa. We have our own similar situation in terms of transportation here with the Port of Baltimore. Any thoughts?
The loss of the Key Bridge will have an immediate impact with the closing of the Port of Baltimore, because our first thoughts are with the victims who lost their lives. But the Port of Baltimore being closed costs us millions and millions of dollars every day, workers who can't go to work. We've got to get that channel open as quickly and as safely as possible. And that's our top priority. And Team Maryland, working with our federal partners, local partners, we have a strategy to get that channel open as quickly as possible. And then we have to replace the bridge. We know that's going to take a little bit longer, a lot longer, but we want to do it right. And we want to make sure that the costs are covered.
Is our ask big enough? Going back to making sure that the costs are covered, or is our ask large enough as a city, as a region?
Well, I think President Biden's made it clear that the federal government's going to be there every step of the way. When you have a catastrophic event like this that affects infrastructure that has national significance, the federal government steps up. And that's what we are so proud. We've been able to do that over and over again as we've seen catastrophic events around the nation. So our federal delegation is totally united in the state's request for federal support, not only on the salvage and getting the channel open, but the replacing of the bridge.
And one last question, in terms of head of households and the jobs that will be impacted, any thoughts on those families?
Well, there are literally thousands of workers today who are not clear where their paycheck's going to come from. I'm pleased that the General Assembly is looking at some help in that regard. We have some federal programs that can help. We're also going to look at third-party liability to try to cover some of those costs. So we're going to use every avenue we can to help those, not only workers, there's business owners that won't have the type of sales they need in order to keep their small businesses operating. We want to help them all get through this time.
I just want to commend you on behalf of BeMoreNews.com. We appreciate the leadership you've shown, particularly this week, in terms of the national presence of our city and the way the rest of the world looks at us. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for what you do for our community. We
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
it very much.
Keep watching BeMoreNews.com.